Oh yeah, get in there. There you go.
That is excellent. Hey everyone, I'm Greg Hudson, host of America's Best Restaurants. I want to welcome you to Dickson, Tennessee, at a place that's run by a former D1 football player. And well, he started out with a nightclub, but the food was so good, the town basically made him open up a restaurant just to get those burgers. So let's go in and grab a bite at Luke's Breakfast and Burgers. Sports guy, I like this. Luke, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Oh.
How we doing?
Big dude, brother.
Yeah, I don't realize it.
Man, well, it's great to meet you, first of all.
Good to meet you too.
You know, we did our research.
Glad you're here.
Oh, we're glad to be here after doing our homework, man, and reading a little bit about you. College athlete, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. Played football at MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Excellent. D1 athlete, man, turned restaurateur.
That's right. Well, you know, learned a lot of leadership, playing football, a lot of great coaches, taught me a lot of good leadership. So I'm blessed to be in this position and be able to lead such a great team. And we're lucky to be here, blessed to be here, great restaurant. We have great customers, great staff. So,
okay, so if you look at this menu, there are things like a bulldog omelet. Right, it's Luke's Breakfast and Burgers. There's a bulldog burger.
Right.
I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark here, folks. You got to be the bulldog, I'm guessing.
I'm the bulldog. That's correct.
And even behind us, man, the logo. I love that.
That's right. So
where'd that come from?
Well, opened a bar and nightclub 6 years ago, and I named it Bulldog's Bar and Nightclub out here in Tennessee Vol Country.
That was my next question. Because I get if your nickname is Bulldog, but
that's right.
That's got to be like a little bit of this to some folks in Tennessee.
You know, it feels a lot better the last couple of years winning a national championship. So when you're winning, it's a lot easier to talk trash.
Here's how, listen, we haven't taken a bite of food yet, but here is how you know this man's food is good. His nickname is Bulldog. And you look around here and there are Georgia Bulldog posters, memorabilia, newspapers, national championship memorabilia all over this restaurant, yet people still come and pack it in the state of Tennessee. That's how you know this guy's got good food.
Right. Well, so I played football at MTSU. I do represent my alma mater in here. So that's a little bit, you know, UT fans, they love their team.
Yep.
So as a MTSU Blue Raider, we struggled with that a little bit, you know, getting UT fans to support us, but I do represent the Tennessee team here. I'm proud to be a Blue Raider.
Excellent. And you get the Nashville Predators sign up there too.
Oh yeah.
See it?
You know, I got a little Tennessee sign back there too. Okay. But I'm real proud of the logo. A lot of family from Georgia. A lot of family went there.
Yeah.
This logo in particular, I'm very proud of. My dad, who passed away many years ago, great man, great role model, taught me so much. Was my best friend really. He wore that brown hat every day of his life, so that's why it's a part of the logo.
I love that you incorporated that, man.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Well, listen, let's get to some food. We got some all-American burgers here? What is this?
So this is one of our features. It's called the Wild Game Trio. You got 3 sliders. One is venison, one is elk, and one is bison. So Wild Game has a very unique flavor.
Yeah.
I encourage people to get it cooked around, you know, a medium rare, because there's not a lot of fat in the meat.
Yeah.
A lot of flavor though, so you don't want to cook the flavor out of it.
Excellent.
But it's become a popular favorite for sure.
I'm gonna dig into this. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
So I've had bison before. I'm gonna start with this elk.
Okay.
Give this a shot. And venison, I know also. Oh wow, this is a dense burger, man.
That's right.
This does not feel like a slider.
That's right. It's thick. It's a thick slider.
Yeah, very thick slider.
There you go.
And look, you know what I love too? Let me show you something. You're still treating this like a full-on burger, the way you put those toppings on there.
Absolutely.
And the way you care, the way that cheese is melting on the side.
Absolutely.
Like, I love that it's a slider, but it's not just, oh, it's a small burger, it's a throwaway.
Right.
You're still topping this thing as if it's a regular burger.
Absolutely.
Let me get in here. All right. Little elk. It's the first one for me on ABR.
Oh yeah, get in there. There you go.
That is excellent. I really love that.
Yep, the elk has got a fine flavor to it.
It does.
Sure. Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. A lot of times, wild game gets a bad rap because people think it's quote unquote gamey, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not gamey at all. That's
No.
rich in flavor,
Absolutely.
not gamey, not minerally like you would expect. I would even say that's less gamey than lamb, and I love lamb.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just, and maybe it's the way you're cooking it, maybe it's the toppings you have with it, but I mean, this is just a really great.
Yep.
I use the term slider lightly
Right.
because it is dense and heavy like a burger.
That's right.
But this is great. What made you want to put some wild game on the menu, man? Just to be a little different? What happened?
Yeah, you want to reach out to different customers. We don't have any type of wild game out here in Dickson. I personally have had lots of bison burgers from some of the bigger restaurants in the bigger cities, and I wanted to incorporate the bison burger for sure. And then we were able to get some elk and venison. We incorporated all three. This was just a great way to let our customers try all three. You can actually get a bison burger, an elk burger, or a venison burger if that's what you prefer.
Oh.
We do have we'll have, a group of hunters come in here and they all want venison burgers.
And that's what I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
because in Tennessee, hunting's a big thing. That's also probably popular for them.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of hunters out here in Dickson too. So we just wanted to tap into that market.
What I think is really smart that you're doing here, and I'm sure a lot of people are thinking this out there, it's one of those things that people who've never had it before or maybe are just not quite as adventurous when they eat, they might see something on the menu like a elk burger or bison burger, but they might say, man, I don't want to commit to a full-on meal
Right.
and take a bite and not like it. What a great way for people to be able to try things like wild game that they haven't had before.
Absolutely. That's what we wanted to do, give them the opportunity to try all three. And a lot of times we'll have people come in and order 2 bison and 1 elk, or 3 venison. Or,
So you can kind of mix
so
and
you
match
can
if
mix it
want
up.
to.
Yeah,
Oh,
once you get a feel for what you like, you can mix it up and do it that way as well.
I'm going to tell you this. I am incredibly curious now because if that's a slider, I can't wait to see what the Bulldog Burger is all about. What do you say?
So the Bulldog Burger is what we have become known for. It was what we've become popular for at the bar and nightclub. It's what the community expected when we opened up Luke's. It was the Luke's Burgers originally, incorporated breakfast later on, but the 8 ounce hand patted, hand seasoned burger. We use our own ingredients each and every day. These burgers are made fresh each and every day, and it's thick burger. I mean, you bite into it, it's going to be juicy. It's going to be flavorful.
I think I'm going to have to see this firsthand, if that's all right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, wild game sliders were excellent, but I want to see what you're famous for. I want to see what Dickson, Tennessee says, hey, listen, Mr. Nightclub guy, your food's so good you need to open a restaurant.
Right.
That's what I want to see. And for you, really quick, what I want you to see, if you've ever wondered what it's like to put a rubber glove on a catcher's mitt, there you go. I popped our field producer, Austin. That's what I was going for. All right, so what are we doing here, brother?
So this is the Bulldog Burger. This is what started 6 years ago. These are hand patted fresh using certified Angus beef. They're hand patted and seasoned with our own seasoning each and every day. These burgers are never frozen. Half pound, 8 ounces when thrown on the grill. They do take a little while to cook because they're so thick.
I was gonna say.
I mean,
Yeah, hold one of these.
there you go.
And that's in his hand. It's still
in my hand.
and it still looks.
You make a little love to it before you throw it on the grill. Make sure it stays together nice and tight.
That's not going anywhere.
All right, and then that's the one right there.
Love the sound of that sizzle.
The Bulldog Burger is what started everything. Voted best burger in town. through a nightclub.
That's what I just can't get over that. I'm like, yeah, voted best burger in town at a nightclub that was open till like 3 a.m. And people still. So tell us that story. You got the nightclub first. You're doing that, and then people start saying, "Hey, we want your food all the time."
Well, it started out, and it was a spot to go to at night. Grab you some dinner, grab a burger and a beer. On the weekends, catch some live tunes or whatever. But really, at COVID is when it took off. We were shut down. Everybody was shut down. Everybody's looking for places to eat.
Yeah.
Everyone in the community got to experience our food because they needed somewhere to eat. So it just kind of, through social media, traveled. People shared pictures. It was just a way for us to survive as a company and for our employees to keep working. And we just saw that opportunity to grow our food business, and everybody loved it. I expected that they would. These burgers are absolutely delicious, packed full of flavor.
Yeah.
But when everyone in the community started getting to try it, and the word was spread, it was shortly after that they were like, "Man, we got to have a place like this open during the day." So we actually tried to open during the day a little bit down there, but that is known as a nightclub.
Yeah, different environment, right?
Exactly. So we had to find a place in town that we could open up as a restaurant. So here we are.
And this burger, man, I can already start to smell that. You're not going to give us any of the proprietary seasonings in there, are you?
I can't do that. We're going to keep the ingredients secret.
That's fine.
There's a reason for that, but definitely when you pull up to the plaza here, even at the end of the parking lot, you can smell the flavor of these burgers, and it just draws you in because it's delicious.
Jeez. And I love your whole story, man. Former college athlete, passionate about food.
Absolutely.
Now doing your own thing. I mean, and these burgers are just massive. How many of these you think you sell per day, per week? How many of these are flying out the front?
We go through about anywhere from 150 to 175 a day.
Whoa. For a restaurant this size, man, those are some numbers. That's all.
Yeah. Well, the community's been good, support us well. We have an amazing staff. A lot of people talk about not having good staff these days, but I have an amazing staff, very blessed to have this staff. They make it all happen as a team.
Well, when you're a former college athlete and your nickname is the Bulldog, people tend to listen. So I want you to listen to this, man. In just a moment, we're going to try the Bulldog Burger. Burger time, the Bulldog Burger from the Bulldog himself. Jeez! This is going to get messy, man.
It is.
See, I don't have mitts like you do to just squash this thing, man. God, that looks like a slider to you.
Yeah.
To me, it's... Okay, let's just... I know, I'm stalling. Let's go.
I want to see how you like the flavor.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Look at it. You see it dripping? Some Ric Flair drip right there, Atlanta boy.
That's right.
Woo! Brother.
What you think about that?
That meat, I haven't even talked to, I forgot we're rolling right now. I haven't even been talking to you guys. I'm sorry. That is flavorful, rich, juicy, but it's fall apart tender at the same time.
Absolutely.
So this was the burger people were coming to the nightclub.
This is it.
I was going to say, you could rename this First Time Granny Went to the Nightclub. Because I would have, I don't care if I was 80 years old, I'd be going to the nightclub to get this.
There you go.
Let's go. So, that, you know what it tastes like? That does not taste like a regular restaurant burger. That tastes like the most upscale backyard barbecue burger you've ever had. It just feels like home is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. I used to make these at home for my
kids. So that's what I was going to ask you, because there's something about the seasoning you've got in there. There's something about, again, it's just like I've never seen a burger so fall apart tender, man.
Well, we used to have a lot of get-togethers, have friends over, and my thing was I'm grilling burgers tonight, you know, and people would actually come over. They're like, man, you gotta make the burger when we come. So
Your friends and family, this became famous.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Perfected the seasoning, you know, at home, cooking it several years for cookouts and things like that. And I was like, man, I might be onto something. So
yeah.
we figured we'd put it in the bar, and now the restaurant, and see how well it did. So it's taking off.
This makes a lot of sense now, because you know, when as you mentioned before, people coming into the nightclub to request that you sell the burger during the day or open a restaurant. This makes sense. But again, man, I'm so backwards with this because it's called Luke's Breakfast and Burgers. You are we still are going to try that breakfast, but you're a burger guy, man. This is a burger joint, brother.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, I can't eat this whole thing because we got some breakfast coming apparently.
Absolutely, we do.
What are we going to be trying?
We're going to try the Bulldog omelet.
If this is the Bulldog burger, can you imagine what an omelet made by this guy, the way he likes to eat it? We're in some trouble. All right, one more bite, then we're gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one more too.
Well, almost breakfast. I don't have a stomach like a Bulldog, but apparently I'm gonna have to because Bulldog breakfast coming up next. So this is what I expected before we pulled up today in the van. You know, Luke's Breakfast and Burgers. This is what I had in my mind's eye. Little did I know we were coming into a burger joint where, right. I mean, you are just doing it the right way. But now, you know, I feel like those competitive juices came back out because I was so focused on the burgers. Now you're like, oh yeah? Let me show you my breakfast. That's how it feels right now because you brought it all out, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk about the omelet here, brother. What do we got?
So this is the ultimate omelet. First of all, I wanted to be more than just egg, okay? We wanted to come out on the plate and for you to see everything that comes with the omelet, which is packed full with your ham, bacon, sausage, mushrooms, cheese, of course, green onions, tomatoes, everything you can imagine going in an omelet. Make sure that it doesn't close. You want to make sure it's open face kind of and it's just flowing out on the plate and your mouth waters as soon as you see it.
Well, that's exactly what happened with us, for sure. There's going to be a quiz later of all those ingredients, by the way. But be honest with me. Is this how this always comes, or are you doing this because we're here?
No, this is how it always comes. When my amazing staff, and they are amazing, decided that we wanted to do breakfast as well, there was a lot of requests for it. Everybody wanted the breakfast. They were like, you do everything big. We want to see what breakfast is like. I said, all right, well, the one thing I want to do is I want to offer a huge stack of pancakes, obviously, but I also, my thing, when I go eat breakfast is I want a huge omelet. I don't want to go get an omelet that is all egg and you might get to the meat once you get a few bites in.
Yeah, you don't seem like that kind of guy.
No, I'm a meat lover. You know, I'm a carnivore. So I want to eat meat and I want to see the meat flowing out on the plate, maybe wrapped up in a little bit of egg and cheese.
That's
So to be honest with you, the first omelet we made, I was like, nope, that's not going to work. We need more food.
You were just trial and error until finally the kitchen staff like, hey, Luke, is this good enough?
Exactly.
They're probably just challenging you. And
honestly,
like, yeah,
honestly, it only took one try. After that, they were like, okay, then we'll show you what we got. And so they brought this out, and I was like, this is it. This is our omelet on a daily basis.
And just to give you an example, so I just cut a piece of omelet like you normally would when you cut an omelet, and you can't even see the egg. Like I cut a big chunk of egg, but you can't even look at this. You can't I swear there's egg under there somewhere. I promise you. But you can't and that's a big cut of egg I took. So we're gonna get into this first.
There you go. There you go. How tasty is that?
I want to go on a food tour with this guy. That's what I want to do.
Hey, I'd be happy to go try as much food as you want.
Go eat some food with this guy. That's incredible. So, Man, we got to keep eating here, but I really need to get to the bottom of your story, because sports obviously a big thing for you, your football background, but the restaurant is something you've always wanted to do, but this isn't how it started for you.
No, it's not actually.
What
Well, long story short, I was, started out at MTSU playing football. I wanted to go play football further in life. That wasn't what God had in store for me. Blew my knee out my senior year, but obviously a big guy, loves to eat. And I started working at Lowe's, until I finished college, and got moved away from my family, and decided that, in order for me to come back home, I was going to have to get my own business started. And I started with Bulldogs Bar and Nightclub 6 years ago here in Dickson. It started out good. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it got me back home to my family and my kids.
That's
and
good.
yeah, that was the goal. And then when COVID rolled around and everybody got shut down, we opened up for to-go food. We had to survive
At the nightclub.
Okay. We had to survive. I wanted to be able to keep my employees, working, because that was their source of income also. And so we opened up for a few hours during each day in order to cook food to go. At that point in time, the community got to taste our food, and even the ones who aren't big in the bar scene, because we do open later. They didn't necessarily get to try our food because we were open so late, and maybe they didn't want to come to a bar.
Yeah.
Well, during COVID, they only had so many options for food. So a lot of people got the opportunity to try our food that didn't normally try it. It got spread on social media. This guy's got great food. Y'all need to give him a shot. And from there, it just took off. They wanted me to open a restaurant because they wanted this food available during the day.
And what's crazy about that is that food was your passion to begin with.
It was.
Right? Like, you got into the nightclub game because it was an opportunity to get back home.
Right.
But food was your passion.
Yep.
And then with COVID, it was your chance to shine and give back to the community too, because I know that's a big thing for you.
It was. The whole business model was around giving back to the community and focusing on food. We wanted to drive food sales. We wanted it to be a place that you came to grab dinner, maybe a burger and a beer. And the burgers really took off. It was, voted as the best burger in town.
Oh, we saw
for a
why. We saw why, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, we've done a lot of benefits and done a lot of things for the community, but the food took off, especially during COVID. We've done a few articles on that actually, and just about how we were able to reach more of the community during that time. And it just became a request that we opened up some type of restaurant so the food's available during the day.
You know what I love about that story, guys, is that you were able to give back to your community, and also that you got to showcase your passion for food.
Yep.
But we all remember this, right? During COVID, we just wanted a sense of normalcy for a few minutes. We wanted a nice meal that we got out from somewhere. Even if you sit outside with that food, those 30 minutes were your chance to feel normal.
Yep.
So it's incredible to me that through, something that was very difficult for the entire globe, let's be honest, you were able to follow your passion and thrive while helping your community at the same time.
Yes.
It's like that was your, as I know you well enough by now to see how competitive you are and just how passionate you are. Like, it feels like that was a moment where you personally felt like this is my chance to step up and lead. And as an athlete, that's one thing you always want to do, right? You want to lead on the field. You want to be a leader. And in that moment when everybody was struggling with COVID, it feels like the athlete in you stepped up and said, no, we're going to showcase our food. We're going to take care of this community. We're going to give them an opportunity to try our food. And they loved it so much that you had to open this place.
Right.
That's nuts, man.
Well, and that's true. It was a tough time for everybody. It was very uncertain times. It started out with give us 2 weeks. And then it was like, then you didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Everything shut down. And, you got to look at an opportunity as an opportunity. And even when it could be, looked at as an obstacle, it could still be an opportunity. And our opportunity was to keep our employees employed, making money, and still provide to the community. We did, we had several people support us in different ways. They would come in and write us a big check for a meal just because they knew we were struggling to stay open. But
Yeah.
we also had opportunities to give back too. We were able to give away some free meals to people who were really struggling and stuff like that.
That's nice.
And so within that opportunity, we were able to get our food out there and to get it more recognized, and people loved it. They shared it all over social media. Other people saw it, other people tried it. And in that they were supporting us also.
Sure.
And supporting our staff as well. So that opportunity turned into this restaurant.
You just you gave me goosebumps when you said something a moment ago, because it's almost like a little TED talk. It's like turn an obstacle into an opportunity.
That's exactly right.
Write that down. Write that down, everybody. Speaking of opportunities, I'm not going to miss an opportunity to try. This is gravy?
That's tomato gravy.
Tomato gravy. This is a first for me. So should I just try it, or do you want to tell me about it first? Should I just taste it?
So
it's not something I'm familiar with, man.
Me personally, I like to open the biscuit and just pour it all over there, and then I'll eat it with a fork. That's kind of how I like to eat it.
You know what? Let's go.
Yeah, there you go.
So you got your traditional gravy over there, and then we got some tomato gravy here.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Clearly a contrasting color. See little chunks of tomatoes in there. So I just go in for it?
I would just go for it, man.
All right. Tomato gravy. This is a first for your boy. Oh, man. That biscuit. Are you making these in-house? Those biscuits? Those are beautiful, man. Those are massive.
Just like everything else, we got to go big.
We
don't serve your standard biscuit.
That's kind of the theme of the day here, Luke. I haven't had anything that's just normal size.
That's right.
Maybe the sliders, but there's 3 of them, so not really.
Right,
That
there
doesn't
you
count. Whoa! That is really unique.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be the first to admit I would never think to put tomatoes in gravy. But you know what? That acidity, that brightness from that tomato kind of cuts through that richness and fat of the gravy.
It does.
If it's possible, forgive me for this, it feels like a light gravy almost. Because that tomato, you don't do anything light here, man. Everything is a big portion. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That tomato's just like a little pop of brightness.
It's become a request. We get phone calls in the morning, because I'll be honest, we don't have it every morning.
Oh, you don't?
It's something we feature as a special. So they'll call and ask if we have tomato gravy, because that's what they'll come for.
Man, this is really, so I've never had this before. Is this like a regional thing, or is it something you just came up with?
No, well, it's something us as a staff came up with together. It's also something that's requested from our customers, and they can't get it anywhere else, so they've asked us if we would make it. So.
I've just never heard of it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a thing, or you guys just invented it?
It's a thing. It's a thing. Obviously, our customers have had it other places, and I guess that's what led us to start making it.
I can't stop eating this. Seriously, is there a little hit, some sort of just a touch of heat in the back?
A little bit, yeah.
Just.
You're probably getting that from the pepper, probably.
I was going to say it's like black pepper, but maybe a little more. I can't tell, but it's brother. That's addictive, man.
It is.
I just keep going for it.
I know. It's hard not to just devour all of this right now. But.
So what's the future hold for you here at Luke's? Because I know you're doing those dinner specials that you mentioned.
Yep.
What's the plan? Because you are just rolling right now, man, between the nightclub where people request food to now opening this Luke's Breakfast and Burgers, although it could be Luke. It could go either way, because look at the spread. So you can put breakfast or burgers in front, but what's the move?
Well, so burgers is my passion, honestly. I love a good American cheeseburger, with your standard toppings, and ours are seasoned, hand patted in-house every single day. 8-ounce patties, or you can go with a smash burger, either way. But honestly, this place has taken off. We've gotten a lot of support from the community. We are doing the specials on Saturday nights. We started with a prime rib dinner, which was phenomenal. Everybody loved it. They've begged us to bring that one back. We did a fish and shrimp dinner, which was awesome as well. I think the guy walked up earlier while you were here talking about how great it was.
Yeah, so we weren't even rolling, and this guy, we're just back there chatting, and some guy comes back just to ask Luke, what's the special going to be this week?
Exactly.
I mean, he came right for you, man.
Yeah.
He wanted to know what the special was going to be. When's the prime rib coming back? He was all about it, man.
Well, I think you train your customer, and and what you got to stay consistent. You know, you train your customer, but stay consistent. And now they've kind of, generated this idea. Well, Luke's is going to have a special on Saturday night, which was part of the goal to drive more sales and a higher average ticket into the building on a Saturday night. And so we're going to have featured chicken cordon bleu this Saturday, and we're going to roll back around and do prime rib on a regular basis. So it's just again, it's great staff, great business model. Great wife that supports me.
That's the key right there. And great food made the way that you would make it yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
You're exactly right. And if I wouldn't eat it, it's not coming out of the kitchen. So
that's the mentality you want anytime you go to a restaurant. That is what makes for one of America's best restaurants. So Luke, let me ask you, man, because after seeing this episode, I know we got a lot of people out there that are going to want to stop by and definitely get a burger. Now maybe breakfast. Where can people find you online?
So we actually have a site on Facebook. Facebook is lukesbreakfastandburgers.com is also the website where you can find all of our features. You can online order as well. You can apply for a job on there. We also have a Luke's Breakfast and Burgers Instagram. So
you
Facebook.
definitely have some Instagrammable food here,
Right,
man.
right. The picture's got to be IG worthy, right? So that's we feature a lot of stuff on there. We'll do promotions that we push through Instagram and Facebook, and then of course the website's there for anybody. There's a QR code there on the table that you can scan as well. It'll take you to the website and it'll allow you to write a review or whatever you like. So
excellent. Well, man, thank you for your time today, brother. This has been incredible. So you know what to do, man. Stop by Luke's anytime you want one of those burgers if you're here in Tennessee. I'm Greg Hudson. We will see you next time on ABR.